Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Bears hope by the end of today's game they'll have secured win number 1 on the season. It's the Lions going up against the Bears.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Good job, D. Good job, D. That's right. Oh, back 99 Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. Detroit.
Running with Howard. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On second down, Trubisky. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jarrad Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this one is right down the middle. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He completes it to Abdullah. And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago! Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Pernell McPhee from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Back to throw here. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Back to throw now on first down. Screen play, McKinnon. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. And he'll bang that one through. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Pushing his way inside the 40. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
A very good return that time. 18 yards, and the Lions will take over. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a play fake here on first down. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a Call there, that brings up fourth. So we've got a challenge forthcoming here, and new this year, the ref will no longer go to a monitor on the sideline. He'll have a tablet brought out directly to him on the field.
Yeah, and that should move things along a little bit quicker. He doesn't have to run all the way over, go under the hood as he used to, and come out and render a decision. Talk directly with New York, looking at the tablet, and reach a final call.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Trubisky to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Let's go! 3-19! No, check! Leopard! There we go now! Green, 39!
On 1st down, Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. Cameron Meredith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
It's good to make it 17-7. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Lions. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Leopard!
first down. Abdullah. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. He'll drop to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Looking to throw. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there. 26 yards. To the ground now. Here's Abdullah. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tajay Sharp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
First and 10, it's Trubisky finding room inside the 40. And he's got his man on the out route. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now Trubisky to throw on second. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third down, this is Howard. Always got some breathing room. Touchdown, Chicago! Jordan Howard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and it's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Gun. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
All right, now look at 56. Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
Abdullah on the counter. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Now, we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go.
On first down, they run with Howard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Detroit! Let's go! Detroit! Green! Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Gone! Let's go! 3-19!
On second down, here's Trubisky. He'll find his man on a comeback route, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cameron Meredith with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go!
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
4 yards remaining now on second down.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4, and they're definitely showing blitz here.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Give, running right is Howard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Miller on the catch over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On the toss play, Howard. And spins away. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Fresh set of downs here. Now it's Trubisky. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On second down, Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Set. 319. 319.
On third down, Trubisky. There he goes left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cameron Meredith, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now a give. This is Abdullah. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tajay Sharp with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Boom,
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. Boom,
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Out left to Shaheen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
All right, here we go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. The ball comes out, and I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here we go now. Green, 3.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he is knocked down from the side. Right there around the 35-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Set. Boom, now.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Reeves-Maybin coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here we go. Green.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll set up to throw. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This is Cohen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Good, good, good
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
So second and goal here from the 9. Now Howard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Here we go now.
On third and goal, Howard. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Let's go, Philly. 3-19. 3. Watching that party.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee in there to get him. His 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Detroit! Let's go!
Back to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Pernell McPhee able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go now. 3-19.
looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go.
They'll give to Howard. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run.
Let's go. 319. 319.
A give left side to Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Frank's kick is good. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Mbu in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.